Today we're looking into a comprehensive review of the LDH or lactate dehydrogenase laboratory test, a widely used but often misunderstood marker in clinical medicine. Lactate dehydrogenase is an intracellular enzyme, meaning it lives inside cells, and it's found in almost every tissue in the body. Its primary function is to catalyze the conversion of lactate to pyruvate during anaerobic glycolysis, basically how cells make energy when oxygen is limited. When cells are damaged, LDH leaks into the bloodstream, which is why it's often elevated in various disease states. LDH has 5 isoenzymes, LDH1 through LDH5, each with a distinct distribution in the body. LDH1 is prominent in the heart and red blood cells. LDH2 is found in the reticuloendothelial system, which includes immune organs like the spleen and lymph nodes. LDH3 is located in the lungs. LDH4 is concentrated in the pancreas and placenta. LDH5 is highest in the liver and skeletal muscle. LDH is a nonspecific but highly sensitive marker of tissue damage, used in a wide range of specialties. In oncology, LDH helps assess tumor burden or tumor lysis, especially in lymphomas, leukemias, and germ cell tumors. In hematology, it's elevated in cases of hemolysis, whether autoimmune or mechanical. In pulmonary medicine, it rises in conditions like pulmonary embolism or pneumonia. In rheumatology, it's especially helpful in diseases like macrophage activation syndrome, lupus pneumonitis, and dermatomyositis. The typical reference range for LDH is about 140 to 280 units per liter, though this can vary slightly by lab. Mild elevations may point to chronic disease or minor tissue stress. Moderate elevations, about 2 to 10 times the upper limit, suggest more significant cellular injury. Marked elevations, more than 10 times normal, raise concern for severe hemolysis, aggressive malignancy, or systemic inflammatory conditions like HLH, hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis. Now let's go system by system. In the hematologic system, elevated LDH is seen in hemolytic anemias, leukemias, and lymphomas. In the cardiovascular system, think myocardial infarction, heart attack, and strokes. In the lungs, it's elevated in pulmonary embolism, pneumonia, or alveolar hemorrhage. For the liver and pancreas, LDH rises in hepatitis, cirrhosis, and pancreatitis. With muscle injury, elevated LDH can indicate rhabdomyolysis or inflammatory myopathies. And don't forget infections, especially viral ones like EBV, CMV, and HIV, or parasitic infections like malaria. In rheumatology, LDH plays an important diagnostic and monitoring role. In macrophage activation syndrome, MAS, or hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis, HLH, it's often dramatically elevated alongside ferritin and cytopenias. In lupus, LDH may reflect active hemolysis or organ inflammation. In dermatomyositis, it contributes to the enzyme panel, along with CK and AST to assess muscle involvement. And in interstitial lung disease, elevated LDH can reflect ongoing alveolar injury. LDH isn't just a diagnostic tool. It's also useful for monitoring disease trends. Rising LDH can signal disease progression. Falling levels may indicate therapeutic response, especially in malignancy or HLH. But remember, LDH is not tissue-specific, so it should always be interpreted in context alongside symptoms, imaging, and other lab findings. And there are some pitfalls and limitations to be aware of. A falsely elevated LDH can occur in a hemolyzed blood sample, for example, if red cells break during collection. So if the result seems unexpectedly high, consider repeating the test. Also, because it's a nonspecific marker, LDH should never be used in isolation to make or rule out a diagnosis. To summarize, LDH is a broad-spectrum biomarker of tissue injury. It's used across oncology, hematology, pulmonology, infectious disease, and rheumatology. Its value lies in trend analysis and clinical correlation, not in isolated interpretation. Thanks for joining this deep dive into the LDH test. Let me know if you'd like a companion visual guide or case-based examples to reinforce the concepts.